Manufactured homes, they are becoming a bigger part of the market. So, what do you need to know to make sure that you're clear to make it to your closing as smooth and easy as possible? Hey, I'm Eric Spotswood, Regional Manager of Prosperity Home Mortgage. There's three things I'm going to talk about today because, for the most part, they're handled just like a regular property. The first is title. You have to make sure that you have actually retired the title. Now, what does that mean? When you get a manufactured home, the original title is done as a vehicle. Once it is actually there on the property, it can be titled as a property. But until you retire the title, and that actually goes through the DMV, as a vehicle, it cannot be recorded and titled as real property. So you need to get that process started well in advance. We're finding the DMV is taking a little longer to get that done than they had, and the loan can't be sold to an investor unless that is done. So a lot of people are saying, we're not going to touch this until that title has been retired. The second is a HUD data plate. It's just a little plate that shows that the property passed inspection. It's normally on the inside of the house. Sometimes it can be found on the outside of the house. It's just a couple inches big, but it must be on the property still if you're going to make it through to closing. Now, what if it's not there? You can put in for a new one. It normally takes a few days to get it. So it's not the end of the world, but it would be a showstopper if it happened to get missed and ended up getting found prior to closing. The third is you need an engineering report. You need to show that when the property was affixed to the location, that it was done properly so that there is no concern that there could be damage if wind came along or if something happened to it. Also, they didn't know what was part of the original foundation and what was added, i.e. a front deck or sun visors or whatever that may be. So you need to make sure there's an engineering report showing that all the tie downs were done correctly and the property is safe and sound. So if you know that your title has been retired so that you can actually record it as real property, you have your HUD plate on the property so that you know that it had passed that inspection, and you have your engineering report, which normally runs a few $100s. There's a little bit of variance depending on where you are and how much that runs. If you have all those three things done early in the process, you can pretty much guarantee you're going to have a smooth sailing process all the way through to closing. Hope everybody's having an amazing holiday season, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.